Hello everybody, welcome to Vintage Inspirations. Today I'm going to be making some floral display boxes. And I have some that I made, I think I made these, when was Valentine's? Last year? Yeah. Yeah, I think they were last year. So a friend of mine's gifted me some beautiful bouquet of flowers for Valentine's. Was it Valentine's? I believe so. And so I dried them, and then I made this beautiful. It just came out gorgeous. And these are thrifted pieces. Yeah, they're thrifted pieces. It's cute. It has like a kind of like a beaded trim around it, and then that's the flower bouquet. But this flower bouquet was way better than what I found the other day. So I'm gonna make the best of it. But I think I found something to incorporate. And then this was part of the same bouquet. Oh, you're getting the light from the ring. Sorry. I think it's beautiful. I just love these. And this was a thrifted piece too. They're cheaply made frames, but they substantial. I love dried flowers. It's one of my favorite things. I even have a few pendants. I've showed them in the past. And then remember this piece. Let me put this down. And then this piece we thrifted together the other day is gorgeous. I guess you hang that in your window. You see the dried flowers, but I mean, I don't have like the material to. They weld this solder and weld this together, but it's gorgeous. I love it. And I'm actually thinking of selling this. I realized I could open up a store to sell things. I have to have 500 subscribers, so most likely I'll just wait until that. Because I'd rather go through YouTube. It's just safer. It's more beneficial. You could calculate and keep everything in one place. Because if I was to sell things now, people would be paying me from different, yonders. And there's a million of them, especially people from around the country. So, and then also I'll have stuff all over the place, and I like to keep things together, so I can focus a little bit more. Yeah, so I might wait for that, but this is one of the pieces that I'm going to put in the store because it's so beautiful. I want to share it with someone. I have one similar, so I don't need two. Yeah. And these are the boxes that we picked up on our thrift store. See the Goodwill tag. Is that? Oh, that's Value Village tag. Yeah, and this was $2.02. But this one's harder to get into. Has some staples, so I pulled out a few tools. And then remember this gorgeous box, which is easy to open. It just has a little latch. I've never had a display box that opened that easy. I don't know if I want to paint this because it's kind of has like a I mean, it's not ugly, but it's a bit tacky. I don't know what that design is called. I'm not sure. Maybe they're trying to give it like a farmhouse look. And then I love that background because it's roses, and that's what I'm going to be using. So I may just leave that background. I wish I had a couple of people who could say, yeah, paint it, or no, not paint it. I don't know on that one. I'm not sure. But we may work on that one. I'm not sure. And then here's another thrifted find. It says coffee fund. Oh, you put money in there. Oh, I didn't even I didn't even notice that until just then. I thought it said coffee mug this whole time. It says coffee fund. Okay, that is cute. And then, so I guess you put this on the counter at the job, and everybody puts money in there and they're able to buy coffee. That is too cute. Oh man, I don't even want to convert this. I might need to give this to somebody who works in the office. That is just so cute. But anyway, this came from the Goodwill, and it was $2.09. Yeah. And this is the one that I wanted to make today, so I don't know about that now. But anyway, let me show you the flowers. So what you do to dry your roses, flowers, leaves, whatever you're gonna dry, because you hang them upside down like this for a couple days, and then that's how like all the water evaporates, and this is how they dry out. See, it's completely dry, and it could even go a few more days. Yeah. They won't dry this way. Well, eventually they will, especially if you don't put water. Eventually they will, but it'll take months on top of months on top of months. So, like I said, to make them dry, you have to hang them vertically. See? Like this. Okay. And everything will dry. The stem, the leaves, and the flowers. Everything will dry. Okay. So we have those in yellow, peach, and red. And the red kind of looks kind of like burgundy at this point because it dried out. And so when I bought the bouquet, it didn't come with like these beautiful pieces that came in here, you know. So I was gonna go make another trip, but I really can't get out because it's so cold. So I have this, like kind of like dry branches. So maybe we'll incorporate some of that. And I think you've seen these wheats before. Maybe this, I'm not sure. And then I have a lot of these, like little pieces of twigs, all different shapes and sizes. Some as very, very thin. So I most likely will incorporate some of that. But what we need to do first is, and I've never done a floral display with extra things other than what I bought as a floral set and dried it. So this will be interesting. We'll see how that works out. And then, you know, you may want to incorporate some twine. So I got some nice green twine. I don't know. I wasn't showing the colors, but these colors kind of drew me. Some like blues and greens. As you can see, both of these frames I used green for the front and the background. And I don't know if I want to do the same thing. If I want to make the background the same color as the front, I think I'll stick. Because like these are kind of my inspiration. And I think these came out beautiful. So I don't want to shy away from this design too much. Because then it may mess up and I'm filming. So, yeah. And then I also have, so now like the background you can paint, or you can just cut out and pop in a piece of construction paper or newspaper or wallpaper, whatever you have, contact paper. This is a pack. And then these are just like folders. And this was a great tip. So I picked these up on one of my Goodwill trips. And they were 10 cents for a pack, like a thick pack. Like I think it was 30 in the pack for 50 cents. Come on now. And so what you do, they're folders, but you can just use them for projects, you know, like construction paper. This is good too if you have children, you want to do crafts, because, you know, construction paper is very expensive. This is a Thrifted pack from years ago. It says 40 cents. Yeah, I'm sure it'll be $1 now. This was some years ago. I never used it because I had so many. This is like one of the ones I have left. But I did pick up these the other day, and there's way many more colors. I just pulled out colors that I think I want to use today. Yeah, so some beautiful colors. It's just like construction paper. It's the same thing. So sometimes when you're in the thrift store, you need to be creative. Get on your creative, you know, your senses, and be creative. Like when you see something for 20 or 40 cents, what could I use that for something else? Because you just might. Like these, come on, it was so cheap, 50 cents, and this will last for millions of crafts. And I have a whole pack, like I said. So keep that in mind when you're thrifting. Okay, so I guess we'll turn the camera down and we'll get started. I can't wait, I'm excited. I've been wanting to do this for the longest. I really did. I just wasn't sure how to incorporate it because it's a long process. So we'll paint and then we'll come back and let it dry and whatever. Okay. Okay. I think I need, I was supposed to put this down. Oh, maybe I don't have to. I think that might work just like that. You know, I think that might work. Yeah, let me push it down just a bit more. All right. That just might work. Yippee, yippee, yay. So which one do we want to do? I don't know. I guess we'll go ahead and do this one since it's kind of pretty. My thing is just I don't know if I want to paint it or not. What if I paint it and then it messes it up? Because it's cute the way it is, but I don't like the color of this. It's not real wood, by the way. It's some kind of pressed wood, like particle press, and then they did like some beautiful design on the front. So I think we're going to paint it. Maybe we'll start with that. Let me just move some of these things out the way a little bit. It's still snowy out here. I mean, not snowy, cold. Sorry. It's supposed to start snowing. Yeah. Okay, now we got to figure out a color. I think I like that color. And this one is gorgeous too. This is called Key West. Oh, okay. And this one is turquoise. And then I had some green, shamrock green. Oh, okay, I'm deciding. Give me a minute. I'm deciding. Ooh. I think it's going to be the turquoise. Yes. So let me give it a little shake. And mind you, when you're shaking these, don't shake them hard because they will form like bubbles or sometimes even bust through the top from the acid. So you just want to do like this, gentle pats and gentle shakes. But you always got to, even if you buy them freshly new, yeah, you got to give it a shake because they settle. I talked about that in my last crafting video. It's different pigments that they use to make these colors. And so sometimes the color separates. Yeah. I'm blessed. I got millions of these, all different shapes, sizes, brands. That was a thrifted. Well, I bought some, but some was thrifted. It was a thrifted find and a whole box full. And I see them time to time. I see them quite frequent, but I don't need any more, so I don't pick them up. And maybe I would like grab one or two, like a designer piece, but they always have them sold in a set. Sometimes when you're thrifting, always check art supplies. Sometimes they have top of the line art supplies that cost like hundreds of dollars. And, you know, they have it at the thrift store for a couple of bucks. So I'm kind of dusting the piece off. Sometimes I use my blower, my leaf blower, to dust pieces off like this. But I don't feel like getting it, so. And I just remembered I need a card. Yeah, I need a card, so I'll be right back, guys. Okay, and I'm going to show you what I need the cards for. So when you get inside to paint the inside trim, you don't want to get on the glass. So then you can use like a card to put in there so when you paint it won't get on the glass. Cute little tip. I don't want to use those though. I have some beautiful cards. Maybe one day I'll show you my cards. I have a million, especially Christmas cards. Remember, guys, I used to go to thrift stores like every day, so I have a lot of stuff of a lot of stuff. Yeah, so you know, I'm gonna put it in there, so when I get to painting the inside trim, it won't get on the glass, and sometimes it does, and that's why you gotta have your paper towel handy, alcohol wipes or wipes, whatever you want to have. So we'll have that on here. Okay, now what brush I want to use? Not that one. I think this one might work. And you know, different brushes for different projects. That's why I always bring out different kind. I think I'm going to use this one only because there's a lot of grooves and you want to get into the grooves. Okay. Let's go ahead and start painting. Yeah, okay. Guess it looks alright. What do you guys think so far? It looks like a different blue in the camera. A lot of time it looks different when I'm filming, but by the time it posts, it looks identical. Yeah, not sure. Guess it's just the mood and the light or the frequency in the video. I really wanted to go out today, but I don't want to run into that black ice. I talked to several people. They said there's none out there, but they're not over here downtown, so I don't know. I didn't want to take a risk. So tomorrow I have a dentist appointment, so I'll just go after that. Well, hopefully. Sometimes when the dentist will wear you out where you have no more energy left. So it just depends. If not, I have to wait till Monday. I don't go out on weekends. I try not to go out on Fridays, but this Friday I have a dentist appointment, so I'll be out. And I don't go out on weekends because I can't do lines, and I have to have adequate parking space. Yeah. So when you go out on the weekend, it's so packed that you have to endure those long hectic lines to check out, and there's hardly any parking. So I can't face those challenges. So that's why I don't go out on those days. Yeah. Normally when I go out with friends, if it's during the weekend, they pick me up. Just like yesterday, I went out before I did that video on that stool, and it was really cold out. And I only went out for a few minutes, and that was important. That was business. That was for a quick, brief meeting. It took no more than 15 minutes, rather some seconds. So I was right back in the house, and then that's when I did that video. When I painted that little stool, yeah, because that weather was not to go out with. And I only went a few yards from my house. There's a little cafe down the street. Okay. I was watching this conflict situation going on. I don't know if you guys heard about it. It was Cat Williams came on this YouTube show. It's called Club Shay Shay. It's been going viral. If if you don't know what I'm talking about it, please go to YouTube and type in Club Shay Shay with Cat Williams. And you know Cat Williams is a comedian. A comedian. Yes. He's a vet, and he knows he's a vet, because my gosh. And you have to sit and listen to that whole thing. Um, I don't know. I think like people came on that show and was telling lies, and he wanted to clear it up. Well, he sure did, man. That stuff been going viral. I think the owner of that YouTube channel, Club Shay, I guess what's his name? Charlotte. Charlotte. He's a football ex-football player. Yeah. Um, I know he must have made a lot of money off of that video. Oh my God. The last time I checked, he had 50 million. Woo! I wish I could get Cat Williams to come to my channel. Sheesh, Cat Williams, if you're watching, you're welcome to come to my house. I live downtown Atlanta. You are welcome, welcome, welcome. Because I could use 50 million views. Lord knows I could. Mm-mm-mm. Okay, so this is what I'm going to sit this inside. And this works sometimes. Sometimes it don't. Like you see, I already got some paint on it. Like I said, it works sometimes and sometimes it don't. But you know, you gotta keep your fingers crossed. Yeah. So I'm liking the color so far. How about you guys? I think it looks awesome. And even because you have this paper here, you still don't want to put on a lot of paint. You want to like have the brush really, really dry and just kind of stroke it in there. And if you mess up, it doesn't matter because you can wipe it right off when you're done. This just kind of helps it with a lot doesn't get on it because you're going to get some on it. That's just life. Okay, then you pick it up and then you just slide it down to the other side, other end. And I don't know how these videos are going to do. I'm just giving it a try, something different. And while it's cold, I can't go out and get to do a thrifting video. So those thrifting videos seem to do okay. So I see where I have a lot of mess, so I'm going to have to clean it up in just a minute where the paint got on the glass. Yeah. Just go in there and wipe it off the best way you can. You could even just leave the inside brown. You know, you didn't have to paint it. This way you don't have to even deal with this step. Kind of makes it easier, but I want to, so. And even if it dries, you can still go in there with like an alcohol swab and remove it. Yeah. And the reason why it came through is because I tried to put on a little thicker coat, but the next coat is going to be like a dry brush because you're just going to have to touch up. Okay, I think I got it all out. Oh, sometimes you make it worse. When you clean it, you pull some up by mistake. Okay, that's perfect. Okay. I love that background. I'm gonna leave that. I didn't even really notice that in the store. I just noticed the box, the display box. Display boxes are hard to get because, well, they're called shadow boxes rather, because people keep them for to do projects. Yeah, I mean years ago you could find a million display boxes, but everyone's crafting now, especially since the pandemic. I'm sure shadow boxes got really popular during the pandemic. Ooh, it was nothing to do. You had to stay in. How did you guys manage through the pandemic? I was here with my son. I was tortured. We was in this little house. At least we had food and heat, and we made the best of it. But that was quite tough. It did bring on a lot of depression. He wanted to go to school, and they were doing the virtual learning on the laptops. And see, his school, they work on they use laptops anyway. That's how all their lessons was on laptops. So they was already on laptops. So it wasn't quite a change. Just that they didn't go into class. So yeah. Okay. And see, the more you paint, the more difficult it gets because it's not you have nothing to hold on to. So we might have to let the front dry before we continue. I'm gonna do this one more this side right here. Can you see that? Yeah. And then after this, I'll let it continue. Yeah, but that Cat Williams interview, ooh, that thing was controversial. Ooh, 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 ooh. And he seemed so convincing. Like he's telling the story like it happened yesterday. Oh, it's so sad. So sad. So there's two little hinges right here that you open and close. I'm trying not to put too much paint on those because I don't want those to lock up and then we can't get into the box and then the whole project fails. So yeah. Okay. So we'll let this dry and then we're going to add another coat. So I'll stop the film and we'll come back. Matter of fact, we won't even have to do that. Let's go ahead and try to pry this one open so we can get this one going too. Now this one has like some staples and I bought a staple remover, but these things are so embedded in there. That's not going to even work. I got this. Let me move this aside. So you can see what I'm doing. I never had a display box that had these staples in the back like that. Oh, it came right out. Wonderful. Just some little staples. hope all the rest come out like that. I gotta be careful. Remember last time I cut myself with those camping knives? Those Swiss blades? Yeah. Okay, that one doesn't want to come out. So down in there, it's hard to get in. I don't have any strength. It's so sad. Ah! Okay, we'll come back to that one because I'm hurting myself. Okay, then. Got that one out. That's 2 down. How many to go? 1, 2, 3. We got 3 to go. Oh, thank God. 1 is missing already. Thank God. Okay. We got 2 out. I'm not sure this one doesn't want to give, but it's I almost got it up. Okay, there it is. Okay, that one was stuck in there. Huh? And I'm not going to throw those out because we might need to put them back in. Oops. You know why it keeps sliding out? Okay, guys, we got 1 more to go. It's sticking because this is magnetic. This is when you need a husband or a partner, somebody, a friend. My gosh, that was torture. Okay, from now on when I'm buying these, I need to check because I may not want to get them if it has these in it. Now that one wants to stay stuck in here. Oh, that wants to stay stuck in. You know, it's always something. Oh, and there's the other stapler. It's in the wood. I'll go ahead and take it out. I don't know why they don't want to come out. They're like stuck in there. I need to get like a screwdriver. Okay. So it looks like there's a paper in here. I don't want to take off the whole thing, I don't think, because this is how you're going to hang the piece, and I don't want to mess that up. So all I'm trying to do is to get this backing out, but it's kind of jammed up in there. Man. I'm not sure how we're going to do this one. This one's more difficult than I thought. Oh, let me see. Oh, wow, this is a beautiful card inside. It has a signature and a mark. Bancroft. Wow. I could have Googled this. It might be a designer piece, but nevertheless, it's damaged in there anyway. The paper is ripped. How did it rip on the inside? Do you see that beautiful signature right there with a stamp? And it's like a water painting. It's beautiful. It says, when I work hard. When I sit loose. When I think, I fall asleep. And as you can clearly see, we had to dig those staples out. You know, this is not a modern piece because they would not have those beautiful staples in there like that. No, they don't make stuff like this anymore. Okay, the only way I'm going to be able to get this out, I got to take the whole thing off. Wait a minute. Oh, maybe not. Maybe I can just rip the paper off. Yeah, that's what I'm just going to rip it off. Okay, so what I needed was this, because we'll measure and cut out another piece. Is that scrambled eggs or something? I'm not sure. I mean, sunny side up eggs. If this wasn't ripped, this would be a nice watercolor to keep because it's signed. It says Bancroft and then another signature. I'm just trying to take out the excess paper. It's hard when you don't have a craft room because like I need certain tools right now, but I don't feel like getting up to get them. So I'm using what I have on hand. Yeah. Okay, so then we're going to paint this box. I'm going to paint this. And I guess we'll go with, should we use this one? I mean, I already have two green ones, so why not do this one? I was inquiring about what is it called? A booth. Yeah, a booth at one of the outlets here in Georgia, but there's no availability. There's one, but they're asking way too much. That's the guy I met yesterday for the 15-minute video. I mean, video. I should have filmed it. Duh. The 15-minute meeting. Yeah. That's why I had to go out yesterday morning. But he's asking way too much, and this is a small space. And it's not even really in a good location where things would be selling a lot, where I could pay that fee. If it was going to be in the location that I would like it to be in, then yeah, I could have paid way more than what he was asking for, because I know that I'm going to make that money back triple. Okay. This is brand new. It's never opened. And I think I don't need that much, because this is a small little box. This is beautiful. Kind of like a teal, but it's saying Key West. So, okay, it's Key West. So let's just kind of dust that piece off a bit. Oh, I need to get a screwdriver. I'll be back. I got to pull those staples out. I need a pliers. I said screwdriver. I need a pliers. I don't see the pliers, and I don't feel like moving stuff, so I found this. But this should work. Oh no, I hope. I have to tighten it all the way. Excuse me. No, not yet. Okay, now that should work. It doesn't want to grip. It's like sliding right out. This looks like a fish. Look. Doesn't it? Yeah. Okay. Gotta tighten it more. Alright. Could you just come out? Gosh, okay, we got one out. And then here's another one. Okay. That's the end of that. Okay, let's get painting. You see how I blew because I had like chips of wood? You don't want them to incorporate in your paint. Like if you lean it down, you do not want that to get in the paint. I mean, it's not going to make a huge difference, but... Okay, so that's the color of that. I don't know, I just felt like blues today. And yes, I learned my lesson. I'm sitting down. I realized I can do this sitting down. I don't have, remember yesterday I was standing to color that flower stand? Yeah. Nope, I don't have to stand. Oh, this is like an unfinished wood, so it's absorbing that paint in an excellent way. It will dry so quickly. And I'm not even really using much paint because you're going to have to do several coats. So it's not good to put on a thick layer of coat because then it gets all bumpy and lumpy. No matter what you're painting, always paint in increments. Least is always better, well less. Yeah, less is always better. So see, this was a smart idea because I was going to stop the camera and wait till that other one dry, but now we got a whole nother one going. So that worked out perfectly. Okay, I used my brain today. That was wonderful. Don't you just love it when your brain's working with you? That's a great day. Almost lost it. Yeah, it's a great day when your brain's working. Okay. I don't know if I want to go inside with this one. Looks a bit close, but why not? Where's the card? Okay, here's a card. Will that fit in there? No. This one's too big, so you have to break it. And I don't think I'm going to put on any paint for this one. Just going to give it a dust of the color that's on the brush already. And then if I need a little more, I'll add it. I don't know, maybe this is a cheap card, because it's not working like it normally works. Normally I use Christmas cards, and all my Christmas stuff is put up. It's nice when you have a nice basement where you could store craft supplies, like where you have like shelves for your Christmas items, and then you can see all your Christmas things. So if you need anything, you just go get it. Unfortunately, I don't have that option here, so all the Christmas stuff is put away. Okay, I made a little boo-boo up here. Okay. I'm going to give it another thin coat because it looks like it dried already. At least some parts. This kind of made it look like it wants to be at a ocean site. Yeah. And you could even incorporate a few shelves in here too. You could do whatever you want with display cases. I like to also do display cases with like awards or buttons. Or like miniatures, dollhouse miniatures. Yeah, they're really, really cute. If I get some more boxes, I'll do that. The miniature, the dollhouse miniatures. You just think of a scene and then you get creative and you pull things from your collection. And you just start building it. So, like I said, tomorrow I'm going to try and go to the thrift store after the dentist. This is my first time at this dentist. Because my insurance company, they changed vendors. So it's a new place. I don't know what they're going to do or how it's going to work. Yeah. This is my other one. I know I could definitely go to the thrift store once I'm done. Because she takes her time and puts me in no pain. Just does her cleaning. I'll make sure for your seniors that it's the beginning of the year. Make sure you're getting your new set of glasses and your dentist appointment. Don't forget, it's extremely important that we take care of ourselves. Okay, so we got 2 done. We could even get started on this, but I think I want to give this away. This is so cute. Coffee fun, come on. You put the money in there. That's too cute. And you could even change the inside, like if you work somewhere, you could just make it into a tip container or something. I don't know if I want to even destroy that. I might want to give that to someone who works at the office. I think it's rather cute. It could just be comical, and maybe some of your coworkers will give you $1 or something. It don't even really have to be a coffee fund. It could just be a joke, and then people who like the joke will just put money in it. It's always good to have fun at the workplace. You got to make the best of those hours. Oh, yes. I remember those days. Please don't forget to subscribe, comment, like, and share. I know some of you guys get into the groove of commenting and then you stop, and that's fine. I don't mind that because at least you see the days that you're not in the groove, somebody else should pick up, and that's how it should work. I have 200 subscribers right now. I mean, it's more than 200, but I'm just calculating it, you know. I have 200 subscribers right now, and if everyone took a turn commenting, I would have at least what 20 to 40 comments a day. Yeah, that's not bad at all. I can get you monetized if it's like that every day. Whatever material this is, it's just absorbing the paint. So I'm gonna have to do a lot of coats. Sometimes you could use like all white, you know, as your base, just to get rid of this brown. But I didn't feel like going through that, so. I don't like the way that paint is drying. That what was it called again? Key West. It's kind of looking like a mint green, and I did not want mint green. I might need to add a little blue to it on the next coat. I'm not sure. I'm gonna wait till it dries completely and then go from there. See, kind of looking like a mint green, and that's not what I was going for. I could probably just add a little bit of this, and that'll take care of that. And yes, you can mix your paints if it's not the color that you like. If you're at home and you're in that bed in pain, get out and start your YouTube channel. It helps. I know I won't be having any visitors today. It's too cold out. And so I'm doing arts and crafts. Even if I wasn't doing YouTube, I would still have been doing most likely the same project. Because this is what I do. You see those two other ones. Yeah. I love arts and crafts, so. And I know everybody that thrifts has crafts in their house because you have to pick stuff up when you're shopping. We can't help ourselves. I generally don't pick up too many crafts right now because I don't need any. I have quite a lot. Only when I pick it up if I see something that's I feel like I need it and I don't have it already. Yeah. Okay, I'm gonna stop the film now, and then we'll come back once it dries up. Let me see something. You know what? I'm not gonna stop the camera yet. I keep saying I'm gonna stop it, and I change my mind. I can do that though, right? I'm gonna add a little blue. I don't like this green. I'm not feeling it. I'm gonna add a little blue paint to it and see how that does. Now, when you're doing this, start off with a drop because you don't know how deep that blue is gonna make it. So it's best to work your way up and just add more as you go. See, I put one, literally a drop. Okay, so I need some more. And I'm gonna need a little more too. Oops, don't spill. Okay. So I think the paint and then that wood combined, that wood that we painted on, it just kind of made it look too lime green, and I do not want a lime green frame. So I'm just adding a little bit to just kind of give it a different hue. And I think that should be enough. Let's give it a shot. Yeah, that's much better. Can you see that? Much better. That's what it looks like in the bottle. I don't know why that came lime green, but like I said, we painting it on that light wood, so that might have, that light wood was walnut color. So that's adding a background to the green, made it so light. Had it been a darker wood, we wouldn't have had that issue. See, that looks better. It's not mint green. It looks like Key West. Because Key West is not mint green. That beach has some blue in it. Oh, yes, it does. Last night I got a little scared. I like to watch, okay, I don't know if I should share this with you guys. I guess it's okay. You guys are not judgmental. I love my subscribers. You guys are just so pleasant and easygoing. It's just a blessing. Yeah, I haven't had one bad remark yet. And it's been a couple months now. It's been a blessing. And even if I do get a bad remark, that's fine. Sometimes it's critique, and you have to learn how to accept critique. But anyway, I like to watch like serial killer movies. Yeah, I love that. She was found in the ocean. They found her in the dumpster. Those type of things. I don't know why. Well, I know why. I wanted to be a homicide detective. I shared that with you guys before. So I'm interested in things like that. Yeah. So that was my goal before I had my surgery and messed up my life. But it's not messed up anymore. I have a small life, so I'm grateful. But yeah, I wanted to be a homicide detective, so I love these type of images, so on and so forth. So I watch one. I normally don't watch them late at night because then you have like, it'll be on your mind and you may dream about it or get spooked out when you're in the house by yourself. So that's what happened to me last night. Oh no! So when that happens, I have to get up, check the alarm, and then put all the lights on in the house. It's so sad. And you really can't call anybody that time of morning. I mean, I don't think my friends would mind, but they work. And I don't want to disturb them. So all my friends work. I'm the only one that don't work. Well, I'm not going to say I'm the only one that don't go work. I just don't have to report to a place at a certain time. Yeah. So, yeah. So, um, there was a doozy last night. So, but eventually you just fall back to sleep with the lights on. It's so sad. Oh man, then that heater was on, that central heat, and it like when it shuts off and shuts on, it makes this like kind of roaring now. It's not really like loud, but late at night it sounds like it's so loud. I don't know why. You don't even hear it in the daytime. But for some reason, in the middle of the night, you can hear every little drop. Why is that? I guess because your body's rested. Yeah, your body's rested. So you hear every little thing. Yeah. Okay, guys. We'll come right on back. We'll let this stuff dry up. Go take a lunch break. Back. Yep, we're back. Okay. I hope everybody enjoyed their lunch. I'm having some of my famous milk tea. If you haven't seen that video, I show how you make it, and just go back and look for that video. So delicious. So delicious. And I learned this breakfast from my friend from Guyana. And but we know it's an English tea. It's an English breakfast, and that's where you know almost everything from England merged into Africa. Yes, all a lot of the traditions, foods, of course, with a little twist. I'm getting cold. It's quite chilly. And today's above 37, so I have the heat off. Yeah, only in my bedroom the heat is on because I can't be in the bedroom in the cold room. So it's quite chilly out here. It was warm a minute ago. Oh, maybe because I was in my room, yapping my mouth on the phone, and maybe because that room is so hot. Yeah, that's what it is. Okay. So some of the leaves fell, which is perfect. Don't throw them out because that's what you want anyway. Yeah. Okay. So I really like this color. I kind of want to put this color on that one. It's really nice. I don't know. I guess it's so cold. The paint still haven't dried. I was going for a good almost 40 minutes, but it still looks like it's wet. Let me see. Okay, well, maybe this one has dried just enough where we could finish painting the other sides. Yeah. Okay, so let's do that. I had those forensics on. The serial killer movies. Yeah. I was watching them just then when I was talking. If anyone else in the comments like forensics, please let me know. I love anything has to do with forensics. I just love it. I can watch it all day long, and that's what I normally do. I normally watch that all day long if I'm sitting. Well, I could watch it all day long. I don't think I ever have, but I could. So I've been playing spades for some downtime, other than just reading Bible books. Sometimes you can't read your life away. So I started playing spades. It's fun. It's just a computerized thing. They do have some where you can actually play with other people, but those are too competitive for me. It brings a lot of anxiety. I can't do things like that. You have to rush and rush and yeah. I gotta play at my own level, my own speed. So I just play, and it's a computer playing my partner and the other team. It's fun. I'm sure if some of you guys are playing something online, let me know in the comments. I would love to know what you guys are playing. I might want to even look into it. But my family always played spades growing up, so that's what I know how to play. They have poker, blackjack, whatever you want to do. It's so entertaining. These kids are so blessed to have been grown with computers and stuff. I mean, well, it does have its downfalls, you know, especially with those what is it called? Those I can't think of the name of it right now. But it has its negative effects, computers, but it has a lot of positive effects. You can do so many things that can relax you. They have Sudoku, bingo, all type of things. Charades. I mean, and you don't even have to have a partner. They give you partners. It's so cute. So before I went in my room though, after the break, I was doing my dishes. I hate doing dishes. Oh my God. I really need to get me a husband because he can just do the dishes. I do not like, especially those pots. Oh my gosh. And I had made like stir fry, and those make so many dishes. Another day I did eggs. I had those dishes. Oh my goodness. I mean those pots. Oh, that's a workout. I don't mind preparing the food, but I mean, everybody needs help. I do not like those dishes. I guess I could run them through the dishwasher. It's never enough. And I don't put my pots in the dishwasher. Some of them say dishwasher safe like that. That all my dishes, I mean, all my pots are antiques or vintage. But I do have Rachel Ray. I have her set. Yeah, because I needed like a bigger kind of like a stock pot to make soups. So my boy set up Rachel Ray. They delivered it. They all in one piece. You don't have to put nothing together. It comes right out the box, and they're actually substantial. I mean, it was worth the price. It wasn't too pricey. But I don't like to. Oh, they said they go in the dishwasher, but I would never put them in the dishwasher. I'm sure it wears the enamel off or whatever it's made out of. Yeah. No. If you're gonna get a set of pots by Capelon, and I hope I'm pronouncing that right, but I believe it's CAP. Oh, how do you spell it? OHLON. I believe that's it. I could be mistaken, but it's Capelon. Those are the best pots ever. And in fact, they have some even better than that because I can't keep up with all the trending chef equipment that comes out. But when my children were smaller, my girls especially, I had all Capelon pots in the house, and they last for centuries. They don't peel, they don't stick, none of that. You don't have those issues. So even when you're out thrifting, look for those Capelon pots. They are amazing. Or even the cast iron, of course. We love our cast iron. I love cast iron pots. They make good fried chicken. I haven't fried chicken in centuries. When my son's not here, I don't cook stuff like that. And then his favorite is steak, so I rarely fry chicken. Normally he orders his chicken, like, the lemon pepper wings, the hot wings. He orders that. He has a bunch of apps and he's always ordering up everything. They even have an app for snacks. They come at 2 in the morning. He got, I hear the front door open. He comes in my room with a big giant bag of snacks and says, "Mommy, what do you want?" And he always gets me something. He always gets like he loves those hot flavored potato chips or popcorn or whatever. The hot comes in, the spicy comes in everything now. Chips, popcorn, and everything. And so I try to teach him to buy healthier snacks. So he does. Sometimes he buys like the Cheez-Its or pretzels. And then he'll get sunflower seeds, dip, a whole lot of candy like Sour Power and Power Punch. He likes those type of things. And as soon as it runs out, he puts another order in. And he does the same thing at his dorm because they have the same app where he's at. Yeah, in Massachusetts. It has the same app. It's called GoPuff. That's the name of the app. And in fact they don't just sell snacks anymore. That's how they started. I think they've been going on for maybe 2 or 3 years now. They started out just snacks. Now they have ice cream, all beverages. They even sell food. You can even order chicken, tuna fish. You could order oodles and noodles. They have everything. Yeah, he only orders snacks, but when he sometimes he'll if it's earlier in the day and he's placing the order, he'll ask me to pick out what I want, and I always see how they have expanded. It's amazed. They sell alcohol from beer to wine. It's incredible. They sell everything now: toilet tissue, washing detergent, soap, deodorant, everything, a razor, anything you need. So that company have expanded, and I see why. Because they deliver all hours of the day and night. Yeah. I had tuna yesterday. Those dishes were sitting there for, I'm going to say, maybe from 3 days ago. Yeah. Um, I don't like dishes. I don't. I love to do other things, but I don't like the kitchen chores. Yeah, I don't mind the bathrooms and changing the linen, washing the drapes. I love stuff like that, but the dishes, I just don't like dishes. Sickening, especially those pots. Okay, so this one's still drying, so maybe we'll go ahead and start to assemble this little guy first, and we'll sit this to the side, and we'll wait on that. I think it may still need a touch up too. I think I could move this paint. Oh no, you know what? It's not actually. It's not even in the way. It's just that it keeps falling. Okay, I'm gonna move the paint. I'll be right back. So yesterday I made, see that doing the dishes, it took all my polish off. I'm gonna have to redo my nails. And then it looked like two chipped. Women's problems. Yesterday I made tuna. It was so delicious. They have like this Star Kiss albacore tuna fish. It's so delicious. I love it. And I try to make it as healthy. I mean, I don't know. Is tuna fish healthy? I mean, it's not too bad for your health, but then I'm sure it's not the healthiest thing to eat. I'm not sure. I don't know, but I tend to pick it up every now and then. I don't eat it often, but when I do, it's so delicious. And I normally eat it with like wheat crackers. I like to dip it, but what I do is I try to make it healthy. I cut up some a small dice rather, green pepper or red pepper, onion. The red onion tastes best in there, and yeah, and that pretty. You could do celery too. I didn't have any celery yesterday, and it tastes so delicious. Mix it with that Miracle Whip. I remember when I made that potato salad. I love that Miracle Whip. Okay, so this is the back, and I guess we'll just paint right over this. But I don't want to paint over this beautiful watercolor, so I'm going to paint the back side. And I just moved the paint, didn't I? Duh. Okay, at least I didn't go far. And I hope this is enough because I don't know if I can make that same color. That's one thing when you're mixing paint, try to mix enough paint that you need because you could never get that same color. It's hard. One time I was making a dollhouse and I was doing the brick and I was mixing the red with some green to make that brick color because I didn't have any. And every time, I don't know how I was getting it the same color, but it was a bit tricky. It took some time, but I should have been painted this back. I'm really working slow today. I'm so sorry, guys. I was really under the weather earlier, but I wanted to come out the bedroom, so that's why I'm here. Because this should have been dried already, so that's okay, though. This will dry. We'll sit that there and let that dry. And let me give it one more coat, though. Yeah, needs another little coat. Okay, that looks much better. Alrighty, so what we're going to do is we're going to start pulling out our flowers. And so what you do is you kind of set them up here how you want them before you actually put them in the box. Oh, and I forgot to note, the boxes have to be quite not too flat. Like you see this one, this one I had to flatten. You see how this rose is like flattened because it was so thin. Yeah, and I wanted to use it because it was a nice wide gourd. So if you, I don't know if you noticed, but the other one, the flower was much thicker. Let me show it to you. See the difference? See this one? Yeah, you could actually see the rose. I didn't have to flatten them because this was a thicker display box. So when you're getting boxes to do your projects, make sure you have thicker shadow boxes. Yeah. So I got a yellow one. Let's get an, is that yellow? Because some of them are like peachy. Yeah, they're beautiful. These are not as nice as the ones that the guy bought me. The ones the guy bought me, they were way huger. But you know, I didn't want to spend a lot of money, to be honest. So I got what was kind of affordable when I was at the store. And they didn't have any twigs. The lady said they were they were out of stock. So I was gonna go back, but because of the snow I can't go back. I mean, not the snow though, because of the weather. Yeah. Wow. Pretty, pretty, pretty. So I'm trying to think, what colors do I want? I don't think I want to put a red one in that little one, because it doesn't really go with that teal. So I'll leave the red ones for this one. Okay, let me see. So, trying to measure it where I need to cut it at. Oh, okay, these scissors work, because these scissors were right there, so I just grabbed them. I should have bought my crafting scissors, but I can cut it a little bit more. Okay, so that's going to be one. Let's do another one, same size. And don't throw these out. We probably use that for like a backdrop. Like, you see this? I'm going to use this for a backdrop since I don't have any twigs. So I may not even have to open up that bag of twigs. Yeah, I think I found some. And I'm just trying to cut these to size. They have to be able to fit inside the box. And then I'm going to see where I want them in the box. Because if I put this here, the flower's going to be up there, so I need to cut some more. Yeah, take that into consideration. And that should be short enough. Let's give it a try. Yeah, that's kind of like perfect. See? Right there. Okay. And then you kind of just arrange it how you think you would want it. I'm going to lay these down first, but I got to wait till that paper dries. That's why I said I'm so behind. I don't know what I'm doing. And the paper seems to be curling. It needs to be flat. Oh, no. Let's see if we can get him. Okay. I might have to sit something on it. All right. Okay, I got that on it, so it's going flat now. See, I got these, so I may not even need this brown stuff. But then the brown stuff will look nice, too. No. Do I really need that in it? I guess I'll open it up. I've had this for so long. I just refuse to open it. I never really knew what to do with it, so. And the good thing is it's all dried out. And I'm off camera, but I'm just cutting the bag open. That's all I'm doing. And I'm going to pull one out and show you in just a minute. See, it's all dried out. This is beautiful. So, like, see, this could go, like, kind of like underneath for a backdrop. So we got to cut some off because it's too tall. Oh, this is kind of hard to cut. Okay, I got it. Okay, so I'm going to do another one. And then there's some thick, big pieces in here too, but I'm trying to find thin ones because I have to break them up. I wonder if I can just break it. Oh yeah, like that. Okay, that's even better. That might be too tall. Yep, too tall. Okay, let me see if this will fit. I think they're still too tall. Yeah, I gotta cut them down just a little bit more. Okay. And you can't go wrong with this project. Like it's a craft. So it could be abstract. It doesn't have to be like perfect or detailed or anything like that, or cut a certain way or measured out a certain way. Nope, it's just a craft. That's why they call it craft, because they could be crafty. They could look any kind of way. Okay, I think I need a little bit more of that brown stuff. Now this is a beautiful one. Look at that one. It's real thick. This is gorgeous. I'm not sure what this was intended for. I guess you put it in with your dry leaves. I mean your artificial leaves. I guess. I don't even remember where I bought that. I've had it for quite a while. At least I think. I can't. So, I'm starting to forget a lot of things. It's sad. And my doctor asked me if I wanted to talk to someone. And, to help with some of my depression. But, I've done that for years. I don't know if I want to go back to it, but I'm going to consider it. So he said he think virtual would be good for me because, remember, I'm going to the gym. So I can't have a whole lot of other appointments. Yeah. That's like Bakelite handle. It's a garden tool. That's cute. I just realized that. I've had it all these years, never realized that was Bakelite. Or plastic. I think it's Bakelite because it's a really old garden tool. Okay, is that paper dry? Yes. I think it's dried enough. Nope. I need to blow it. Taking forever. So what else could we do? I was thinking we can cut leaves for this one, but there's really no space for that. So we'll wait. We'll just be patient. Do we want to put any of this in it? Let me pull one out and see how it would look. Let's see if that would look cute in the backdrop. I mean, it doesn't look horrible, but it doesn't really do anything. It doesn't like bring any dimension, which I thought it would. I don't think we're going to go with those. Maybe this will go with the red, but it's not blending with the color tone here. Maybe let's try one or two of these. Nope. These would be gorgeous if they were dark brown. Now, if I had the time, I would just paint them. Because they're just too light. Yeah, it's just too light. So what I'll probably wind up doing is, I think we have enough stuff. We just need to let this dry a little bit. It's almost dry. I just don't want to put it on there while it's wet because it may bleed. Okay. Okay. It's quite chilly, so I put on my bathrobe. Okay, so let's get started. I'm so excited. So every shadow box is going to have a different situation because they're made different. So this one's going to be kind of hard to attach back in because of the way it came out, but we'll figure that out. It's not a big deal. Yeah. So you turn this upside down. Get rid of a lot of dust. And then you just start putting what you think will look nice in front. You could build on the paper and then put this on top. I think maybe we'll do that. Yeah, I think we'll do that. And then hopefully a lot of things won't shift around. So, yeah. So I think I want to do it like that. Have one of the pink ones in the front. I'm going to have to cut this one down a bit. I'm going to put it down there. Oh, I'm going backwards. I'm thinking I'm working in here. The wooden pieces go down first. If I could bring this in a little closer. Yeah, okay. Let me put the wooden pieces down first. And even the sticks that we cut off from the rose itself, they all make great backdrops. Yeah. Okay, this is looking good. Just gotta cut. I'm gonna cut a little piece off the top, a little piece off the bottom, and then it should fit in. Yeah. Okay, so you want to have a backdrop. See how I'm doing it? Okay, I think that's enough. We put a little bit of that brown stuff on the left side of the board. It's missing some. And I'm just going to use a little piece that I had left from when we cut. Okay. And some roses. And they're not in no particular order, however how you want them. Okay, I think that looks gorgeous. Let's put this on and let's see. Why is this piece sticking up? It needs to go down more. Okay. It might be a little tough trying to get it all in there. Wow, that looks beautiful. Wow. I love it. It's beautiful. Right. Now I'm going to remove that paper and just try to make sure everything fits in because it has to go inside the box. It seems like some of the pieces are just too long. I guess the paper was longer than the box. Yeah. So that's the problem that I'm having. Well, that's right, because the paper sat outside the frame. I just remembered that, yeah. And then you want to give it a push. Don't break it and don't crush it. Just kind of like press gently. And you want to smash the flowers down a bit. Okay. And I'm going to fill in where I see like some voided spots with a little bit of this brown brush. Because you don't want that to show on the other end. Could even put some of this in. Oh, that's a great idea. Some of these leaves to fill in some of those voided spots. Perfect. Okay, we're going to flip this around just a minute, see how it looks. But I want to make sure everything is in here. Okay. And don't ask me how am I going to tape all these papers back. Remember we took the nails off. I still have the nails, but I really don't want to put the nails back on. And then here's the original paper. So I might, you know what, maybe I can tape it down. Let's try to tape it down. I'm going to give it a try. I want to flip it over first and make sure everything is right before I tape it, which I know it is. Oh, yeah. Looks gorgeous. I love it. Only thing, I don't know if I like all those little pieces that I put everywhere on the top. I'm going to take a few of those out. Okay. Now let me see. And make sure you hold it tight so it don't fall out. Oh no, you know what? Sometimes less is better, but I'm just going to try to shake them out. Okay. All right, it looks beautiful. So I think I'm going to try and tape this down. I don't know what else to do. I really don't want to put those nails back in it. I guess I could. I'm going to try to tape first. Just like the tape would be easier than trying to put those nails back in. And most likely I'll put 1 or 2 nails back in, but I don't want to put them all in. I didn't have this problem with those other ones that I made because it was a different backing. Like I said, every display, every shadow box will have a different situation. So just go with the flow and be creative. That's all I can advise you. That was seems like this is working out perfect. Let me just do the one on the side. And then we're going to start on that big one. And then we'll be all done with this video. The tape worked perfect. It was just more, easier. Yeah, because remember, this piece is going to be hung up. So you won't even see what's on the side. Okay, there we go. Hope you like it. What I love is that you can still read the words. Okay, let's move right along to this one. This one's going to be easier because we just insert it inside. So you see, we're just going to lay everything in here. So it's not that much space. So then, oh Lord, I hope that stays because it's so heavy. And I did want to put the red ones in here. Same situation. You're cutting to size. And I'm going to put, I got 3 red ones. Oh, I got 4. Even better. Got 4 of them. And then we're going to use these sticks, just like we did before, for the backdrop. And I would have normally painted this, but I liked it, that rose pattern in the back. And it's not going to really show, so you don't really have to worry about it. It's going to kind of come through a little bit. Yeah. So the crunchy things, only put them on the bottom, don't put them on the top. And then I need a few of these twigs. I wonder if these beige twigs would look nice in this one. You see, yeah, I think they will go cute in this one. See, but the ones that I made, I didn't have to do any of these twig things because that came with some different kind of textures other than just the rose. Yeah. See, this time I only have just roses, so that's why I'm adding some texture. I think I need to make them a little shorter. You see how this one's easier? We're just decorating right in the box. I like the way that looks. Let me see. Okay. We're going to put some peach. We're going to add some peach ones in here. I hope you can kind of see what I'm doing. I don't have the best photography equipment like some channels, you know. Yeah, a lot of women that have channels, they have husbands and their husbands have all that film equipment, so they're kind of blessed, or they have the money to purchase things. Let's see how it looks. We'll put the yellow one in there too. Okay. Give it a little smush, and I think it looks beautiful. I didn't fill in all the spots because I wanted to leave some, I wanted the background to show on the top because it was so beautiful. Just rearrange these a little bit so they can look a little nicer. Okay. Wow. And that's all she wrote. It's done. It came out beautiful. No. Okay, what I'm going to do is I'm going to clean up everything and then I'll show you all fall together. Yeah, because you can't really see from this angle. I'm going to get a better angle. Okay. Look how beautiful they came out. I just love it. I love it. Of course, I had different situations. The shadow boxes were different. And like, see, with these, I had like those little guys, the ones that I made previously. I had a lot of those little red things, and then, so it was a bit easier. I didn't have to break up the twigs and stuff. But I love the backdrop of the twigs. I think it came out beautiful. That's my favorite one now. And that little one is just simply gorgeous. I hope you enjoyed this project. So now I have 4. So I had to, first of all, when I made these 2, I had to find a spot for them. And so now I got to find a spot for 2 more. Maybe my daughter may like one. But I can't part with this one. I think I just love it. Came out beautiful. And it's just such an easy project. It's so easy and it comes out so beautifully. Don't forget, you have to dry the flowers upside down so they can dry. They will not dry the other way. You have to turn them upside down. So if you have to tie them on a string to hang them up some kind of way, I just hang them in my back shelf upside down through the little rims on the shelf, and they just stick there. I'm so blessed because, you know, the branch, it just kind of catches in there and I let it sit. So that worked out perfect for me. But other ideas of drying, you can tie them and then hang them from the ceiling, or even hang them like from your shower rod in the bathroom, tie them and let them hang there. But they got to hang upside down. That's how you dry flowers. It's the only way that I've known. Okay, so I hope you enjoyed these projects, and I'll be sharing some more with you. Please comment, and don't forget to comment, like, and subscribe. I need to get to 500 subscribers, so please subscribe. I mean, I'm trying to get to another level with YouTube, so I gotta get to 500 subscribers and 3,000 watch hours. So please watch to the end. And that's not to get monetized. That's just to get to another level with YouTube where I can do a few more things. Yes. Okay. I guess I can turn this